I am so excited to bring you a class all about this cutting-edge app, Procreate Dreams. It is designed for digital artists and animators and offers an array of features that make the creation of animation such a breeze. Whether you are a seasoned animator or you're a complete newbie, it's designed for ease of use. That means that experienced animators now have easier workflows and you can save valuable time, and it also means that someone doesn't need to know a thing about animation to get started. I am Peggy Dean. I am an artist, author, and educator, and I've had the honor of teaching over 500,000 students how they can hone in on their creativity, and now I get to show you a new program that has further allowed me to lean into my own so that you can do the same. As the art world evolves from static imagery into this dynamic motion and video, Procreate Dreams is coming at the perfect time, and it's giving us an opportunity to expand our own capabilities. I'm here for it, and I'm ready to dive in and show you every step of it. We're going to jump into frame-by-frame animation first. You may be familiar with it from the Animation Tool Assist in Procreate, but Procreate Dreams even enhances it and makes this a lot more of a seamless process. So we're gonna create a cute heart. We're gonna draw it in first, and then we're gonna have it beat. It's very simple. It's gonna go over a lot of the features. So we're gonna create a new project. I'm gonna hit the just screen size, I think, and then I will do these 3 toggles, make sure I'm on frames per second. I think I want to do 12 or 15, and then the duration I'm going to set just to 5 seconds. I might even go shorter than that, but you can always change it. So there we go, and I'm going to start on a drawing timeline. When I have a drawing timeline, it gives me a track right away, and it puts me in draw mode. The only difference, if I had started with empty, is that draw mode would not be on, and this track would not be here. There wouldn't be a track at all. So that's what that would look like. So I'm gonna undo that and bring back draw mode. And what we're gonna do is explore frame by frame first. So there's 2 ways that you can do this. The first is you can start frame by frame right on the timeline. Just know that this whole track is selected. And so right now, anything that I do on that layer is going to be the whole duration. So if I wanted to shorten that, I would be able to by dragging it and making it smaller. But let's say that I wanted to apply the frames per second that I used, or that were in my settings, and I wanted to also have more of a space that I could actually draw. So if I get rid of that content and I bring up Flipbook so I can pull down, it brings it here, I can put it wherever I want. This is your frame by frame. I can push it back into the bottom. The other way that I could bring it back is, well, there's 2 things. One, to bring it back up, I don't have to push down. I can actually drag it off somewhere, and that'll bring up Flipbook. And then the other way to get rid of this is to tap, bring that X back, and then exit out. So let's say I don't have my content on here yet, and I bring, instead of drawing and having it hit the whole thing, delete this content, bring this up, and now what I do is only have 1 frame. So each frame is going to be independent of one another. So you can see it's only this small space right here. Okay, we'll start with frame by frame, and that's going to give you a good solid space to take off from. I think I'm going to be having a hard time drawing a heart just like this. So I think I want to reference. So to do that, what I'll do is just create another track. I'm going to end up deleting it. I'm going to pull it underneath, and I'm just going to draw the heart on this layer so I know what it is I'm tracing. And I'll make this color quite light. And just as an FYI, to color drop like what I just did, you just grab the color, exit out, drag it, and then release it. I'll go back to this track. I have to make sure that I select it, and then I can bring Flipbook up, and now I see this again. So I think I'm actually going to clear this layer, and I'm going to come to this frame and clear this layer so that I can actually just trace what I was doing. It doesn't want to clear. Okay, so I come in, a lot of overlap, and that's going to make it feel like it's flowing a lot more. So instead of being like boom, 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 and you kind of get the idea it's a heart, you'll actually kind of see it come to fruition. Here, I'm gonna do both and then bring here. And if something's a little bit wonky, it's not really that big of a deal because the strokes are there for such a short period of time. So don't think that any of this has to be perfect. And you can always come in and make edits. So I'm going to show you that in just a second too when we finish. Okay. So let's look at what this looks like in Playback. So I can scroll through my flipbook here and see kind of how that's going to go. And I feel like I still want these to be longer. So I have a couple of options. I can come to my initial beginning and lengthen it, or I can add in between so I can connect it even more. So for example, let's say that this wasn't connecting well or something. I can tap on any frame and then this plus symbol comes up. I'm going to tap that and it's going to add a frame right after it. So now I can see the beginning and the end of the two previous, and I can just make that whole thing basically the whole length. And then I have it shorten here and then add one, and I'll make that the whole length of both of these. And it's going to help me too to get down to only having the before and after instead of this huge cluster of onion skins. So I'm going to go to edit, bring my frames for onion skins down to 1. And now I only see the beginning and the end of it. Oops, I made 1, 0. There we go. Okay, so beginning and end of that. And so I can bring this almost the full length. So it's just kind of like that middle matchy, like this one, add another in between. And now I see I want to drag that through. Not all the way, but enough. And that's just going to be like an opportunity or an example where you can tweak to make these changes so that you are happy with your finished results also. That's okay, that's okay. I'll add one right here. I don't know if that'll do much, but then this one I could add in between where it starts to go down, and then maybe one here. Oh, that's at the end. One in between here where it flows together. Okay. So let's see what this now looks like. And I can turn onion skins off. I can also just go through and do the whole playback. But do you see, I feel like this is a lot more of that flow. So I'll close flipbook. I'll go to the beginning and I'll just watch that. Okay, so I think that's really fun. Now, what I want to do at this point is I would want that heart as I'm drawing it, I want it to actually stay. So what I would do instead of what I just did, but I wanted to show you kind of how you could do that motion. What I would do instead is I would just add on to it each time. So for example, on this frame here, I would have my initial frame, just duplicate this, right? So now it's there, but then this next part is I'm actually just adding on to it, okay? And then I'll duplicate that, duplicate, and then add on to it, duplicate that, add on, duplicate, add on, duplicate, add on, and so on. So I'm going to finish that up, and that is how I'm going to draw it so it's in place and doing what we want. And then we're going to have this heart fill up, which is going to be really fun. Duplicate. We're almost there. Whoops. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy because we're going to fill it. Okay. That is what I want it to do. Now, if I want to remove the other ones, I can do that all together. But we're going through this whole process so that you can see how easy it is to make that happen. I'll bring this back down, collapse this area. So you can see the initial one played first, played second rather. The first one draws the heart, keeps it in place. The second one floats through. Let's say I wanted to get rid of the float through, or let's say I tried both and I'm not sure which one I actually want to keep. Well, I'm going to find the end frame, which looks like it's right here. And then I'm going to go to timeline edit and then swipe through all of the ones that I drew first, hold down and select group. And now these are all together. Will I want to use them? I don't know, probably not, but I have them here. Since we worked on them, we might as well keep them. So I'm going to pull that group down to the bottom because I'm not going to want it to be in my way at all. And then I'm just going to uncheck it. So that means that it's not going to play. It's not visible, but it does exist in the project. So there's a few ways that we can expand on this, a few different ways organizationally. So, with Procreate, we're used to having our drawing and our layers panel and working just with the layers. But there are a few things to note when we're working with layers here. For example, effects and things like that, they happen per track. They don't happen per layer. So if I want to do a clipping mask, I'm doing it per track. If I do it without grouping it, it's only going to apply to one frame. So that's why when I group this, any effect that I do to this group will affect every frame within it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest videos.